Richard, how can valuers raise the subject of valuation to actually secure the listing, especially a valuation that's a decent asking price?
Yeah, good question. Firstly, I hate to call it a valuation. You know, the minute you call it a valuation, that going on that listing, that market appraisal, you allow the minute you allow the client to call it a valuation, you get judged on the wrong thing, which is your value. And the minute you're judged on your value, that means the only way you're going to get the instruction is to be the highest valuing agent, and we know that that doesn't work well at all. And it's as sensitive a subject as fee, and it's the easiest one to get wrong, and it's because of course you just tell them what they want to hear, and you're more likely to get the instruction if you tell them what they want to hear. But then that's the instruction you can't sell. So we want saleable listings at the right price. So firstly, I wouldn't call it valuation; it's a marketing proposal meeting. And during that marketing proposal meeting, one of the first things I would say when I want to raise the issue of valuation, because it's an art and a science valuation. The art, the science is knowing what the correct suggested asking price is. The art is how you get the seller to accept your valuation. And the first thing I would probably do that I find really effective is to ask them, I say to the seller, do you know what your automated valuation is? Do you know, what does Zoopla say your house is worth? And they're either going to say, yes, we do. They're going to say yes, and you look at how they say it. So if they say yes, they said it was worth £400,000. Think, okay, that's interesting. So they'd be very happy with 400,000. Or if they say, yeah, they only said it was worth 400,000. Okay, so
we have to read the language.
We read, look at the way their eyebrows go, and not that it should really affect your idea as a professional agent of valuation or suggested asking price, but it helps you steer that conversation down the right route. If they say, no, we don't know what our automated valuation is, you say, well, actually, I pulled it off this morning. It's not our valuation, but according to Zoopla, they say your house is worth £400,000. What are your thoughts on that? And again, if they say, wee, or ooh, you'll get a feel for it. So you can then enter that valuation discussion with the barriers down, because it's already on the table.
Yes.
It's not your valuation versus mine. It's saying this is what this automated third-party robot said. Let's discuss whether together we think it's appropriate.
Do you think it's important you say the word automated and robot?
Yeah. So look, generally they're useful, but we know they're often inaccurate. And in fact, you could then go and help show the client how they might be able to modify their Zoopla valuation if, for example, they built an extension since that valuation was it was all based on what it was when it was last sold. But I just find that's a softer way into the whole valuation thing. And you can say, look, also whatever you or I think the property is worth, buyers are going to look at this, and the bank's surveyor, the buyer's surveyor, the value is going to look at this as well. So it's really important that we understand what this automated valuation is, try and amend it if it's realistic and reasonable to do so, but also take it as a guide. And okay, so let's say people are saying it's worth 400. You're saying we're looking at 425. Let's have a look at how we can manage that as well.
Thank you, Richard.
Well, Chris.